Hello everybody. So I'm gonna post this one in order. So it's gonna be a little late today, but that's all right. At least it's in order, and look what I remembered. I got a new glue out. So I got this Tonic craft kit yesterday, and it's the ice cream boxes. Oh, I didn't turn this light on. Is that better? I hope that's better. So it's the ice creams, and there we go. I think I'm going to make the cone. Hopefully, this turns out really well, I hope. Scoops and sprinkles. And the stickers. And the embossing folder. Most importantly, the instructions. Which, I don't know why they stick them in there, unless it's just to make sure it doesn't get lost. But here we go. So we're going to make the cone. So one side of the instructions for the cone, and one side is for the sundae. So for the cone, we need 6 of these. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to be very big, but with 6 of them, that says to me pretty good around. Maybe not so tall, but pretty good around. So we need 6 of these. We need 2 of these. So, wow. That's pretty good around size. So let's have a look at the papers, because I was going to use the papers that came with it. So let's see how that's going to work. So for the cone, I'm going to want the manila. This one. I hope this is sticky enough. I'm not positive about that. Well, we're gonna try it. So I need 6. Man, that's a lot. So we'll do 3 runs, but double. Looking for my scissors. 3 runs of 2. So I'm probably just gonna fold this paper. I just hope this paper's strong enough, thick enough to do a box with. Okay, so 3 runs of 2 of this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, actually, because I want to cut other stuff at the same time. So 3 of these with 2 layers. I need 2 of these large hexagons, and I'm going to just use some of the white card that I have for this. And I'm just going to cut this out one at a time. And I'll tell you why. To make sure my creases are in here good. And this paper is thicker. And I only need to, in essence, I got to run that through 3 times like that. I might as well run this through 2 times. Okay, I need 1 hinge. I think what I'm going to do is move the box right now so that I have more room up here. Yeah. I need 1 hinge. And what color do I want the hinge? Do I want it in this color or in the white? That's the question. I need 6 domes too. So I only need 1 hinge, but I gotta fit it in here. The domes are probably the lid that's gonna be the ice cream. So I'm gonna do pink for those, for strawberry ice cream. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold this paper. And I'm going to do 2 each time for 3 runs. I probably didn't need to fold the paper. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay. So maybe... six of those, 1 of these, and I think I'm going to do this in the pink also. I only need 1, and I think it's going to attach to the lid, which is pink, so we're just going to do it the ice cream color. Okay. 1 of those, and I need 1 small hexagon. I need 4 of. That's not it. Oh, I got them right here. 4 of the small, and I might not be able to fit it on. But this is going to be a lot of cutting. And a lot of times with their boxes they are, but see. Let me see how I can do this and try to fit them all on. I could always get the big plate. But I prefer to try to do... Okay, that's gonna fit. So I need how many of these? 4. But I'm also gonna do these because I'm gonna do them with the white. I'm gonna do these 1 at a time. depending how they cut, if they cut good, then I'll end up the last one doing too. We'll see. We'll see how it cuts. Okay. So that'll go there. And let me make sure that's not bumping into that. It's not. Okay, I need one clasp. Which is this right here. And one latch. There's the clasp, so you see it. And here's the latch. So I think these are going to be in, I don't know, either the pink or in this. So I think this is going to work. And I only need one of each of these. So I hope this ends up being big enough. If not, which way is going to be better? This way. Okay, so I've got the cone, the large hexagon, the hinge, this small hexagon, and the clasp and the latch. Okay. I got them all on this small plate. Amazing. There's one, run one. All right. So I needed here's one of these. And I need 4. Here's one of these. And I need 2. These are done. Because I only needed one of each of these. I need 6 of these. I need 6 of these. And I only needed one of this. So this is done. Okay. Okay, scraps, trash. All right. So I just need one more of these. I needed this folded, don't I? So 2. I need 3 of these still. So let me try. I'm just gonna cut. Okay. some reason it felt like there was two of them. I knew there wasn't. It just had that feel. If I can end up just running this through 3 times, that would be marvelous, I think. I don't know if this is going to cut all of these. The pink is over here. And these. And I'm going to go this direction. Okay. And let's just run it through. Since I have started using the magnet on the Anna Griffin, my die cutting hasn't gotten so much easier. It just is so much easier. Okay, so the 2 of these. And I need that one more time. And you only needed 2 of these, so this will be done. Right? Yeah. So this is done. This will go over here. Let's see if this cut out. Okay, so I still need 1 more of that. And this I also need 6, so I need to do this again. So it looks like 1 more run through and we will be good. So start with the pink. Let me see if that's going to fit in here. No. Nope. So where are we going to do this? Here. Or do I want to come to the edge and save that middle piece? I think that's what I'll do. Save that middle piece in case, you know, we want it for something else. Who knows? I didn't mean to cut that in so far. Two of these. Is this gonna work? No, not big enough either. I was hoping that would, but it did not. So I'm gonna do here. There we go. All right. That's here. And you only need 1 more of this. And this. Not even. I'm really only trimming this one because just to see it on the there. Okay. Now, one thing I remember about the tonic glue, because that's what I brought out, was Nuvo adhesive, is it dries pretty quick. It's really good usually for box making, but because it is quick, sometimes you don't have the time to adjust and move things. So hopefully, and like I said, it's been a while since I've had it, especially a new one. It's been quite a while since I've had a new one sitting here. Just because I had to remember to get one. I've had it, it just didn't have the time. Or remember, not have the time, but remember. This time I did, thank goodness. Now, do we want to run these through the embossing? Because they will fit. They'll fit. If I was going to do it, and I'm not going to do it because of the video, it would just take too long. But I would only do the bottom part. Should I show? I'll show you. Let's see if I can get the right amount of plates on here. This feels pretty thick. So I would take, and you can see where it waffles at, and you can see this. And I would go, is it gonna matter? It is gonna matter. Turn it upside down. Look at your line, line it up, and just do the bottom part. Because this doesn't need that on there. So you would have to do it 6 times. So I'm gonna try a plate and the magnet. Now I didn't take the time to make sure it was lined up all perfect and everything, so it's up to you. Like I'm just kind of showing you, but with the video it can take way too long. What if I was making this specific for somebody? Look at that. And it still was a little too high. See? There's still some here. Here's the other side. Ooh. I guess the other side was the way I wanted it. Look at that. That looks better than that. So flip it this way, which would then make it easier. Now I don't remember. This way. That way. Yeah, because it's even getting kind of stuck in where the pattern's matching up. So that's the way I would do it. That way your folds are not all off. Because you got embossed on it. All right, so now we're gonna take the large hexagon, centrally position. It says something about an aperture. Oh. So this is supposed to go inside there. And then you end up with just you end up with just the frame. So let me do, are we supposed to do that with all of them? It says, yep, both of them. So I am going to line them up and cut them both at the same time. I hope it doesn't mess it up, but we will see. I'm doing these together. It's kind of risky, but I want them to be able to line up perfectly. That's why I am doing them together. And the magnet's not working so great with the two of them. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. I do not understand. The small hexagon might be... I did the wrong one. This is the small hexagon. And that is a cover. So I didn't notice that. And I probably should have read all my instructions first. So the small hexagon, this little one here, is what I needed 6 of. Why so many? I do not know. No, 4. 4 of. So I'm just gonna run it through 2 at a time. If I had a folder, excuse me, right here for the marquee, that's what I would use, but I don't have a folder right there. I would have to look for it. And in the meantime, this could maybe be done. So I'm just going to go ahead and do, I believe it was 4 of them, right? 4. Not 6. I don't know why I was thinking 6, but 4. So here's 2, hopefully. 2. Let's see if I can get another 2 out of this sheet of paper. Doesn't. Too tight. Okay. I'm thinking, man, I got 6 of them. But yeah, because I just cut the centers out of the other one, right? Okay. See, I'd have still been looking for that folder. And maybe starting to die cut it in here. Now I'm done. So sometimes it's not worth it to just try to do the shortcuts. It's not worth it sometimes. I'm putting all the dies here, and I hope that's not a bad mistake. Okay, so we've got the small ones now. We've got the aperture now. Now we take our cones and we're going to glue them all together. So I'm going to go ahead and fold them all up. You might want to round them a little bit, like they're going to be rounded. So you might want to kind of just give it a round shape to make a dome. It does say dome. And now I'm just using my fingers. I don't know how they're going to line up, but hopefully well. This is the hinge. Okay. Okay. So we need to glue them all together. Put a small hexagon on the inside of the dome roof. And another small hexagon on the top of the exposed tabs. And then one of the aperture. So, whoa. That really came out, didn't it? And I put a lot of glue on that. Might make it take longer to grab. Because this glue is usually pretty quick about it. This one's turned wrong. That's all right, I guess. Pay attention when you cut. I guess that was my mistake. I cut one of my tubes probably in the wrong direction. Or maybe because I folded it, right? That's why. Because I folded it and I wasn't thinking about the texture being an issue. So this is why I say, watch what I'm doing, because then you can avoid my mistakes. So do not fold the paper unless your paper is the same on both sides. And with Tonic's textured paper, it is smooth on the inside. So what I should have done, because they're telling me to put one of these up on top here, is I should have done it pink. I'm also thinking if I put one on the top and there's no crease in it, where am I putting the cherry? Right? This is supposed to have 6. So it needs to open up quite a bit more. Then you can see it wants to shape it. It wants to be shaped. If you're gonna line them up. You're gonna need to give them a little bit of shape. See, if you don't, that's what happens. It won't line up nice. Okay. One more panel. And the last one. All right. And then, so like I said, I would do pink, but I would also look into how you're going to put the cherry on top, because these are going to go on and it's solid. Oh, the cherry has a fold. So, where's that cherry die at? Here it is. So you can fold the cherry and put it on. Okay.